Hi, welcome back to Jeff Stimson's Poker Vlog. Been a little bit, as you can see, got a little bit of a mess behind me here. We moved into a house a few months back and I'm still working on my office. A little bit of a mess, still got a little bit of a lighting issue to work in here and probably a little bit of an echoey sound as we're going to work on some soundproofing here to bring you some better quality videos. All that being said, trying to get back to the videos. Been playing quite a bit, but not really having a lot of time to bring in the videos. My wife and I moved out here about 3 years ago to Las Vegas. And we rented a house just to make sure this is where we want to stay for the long haul. And lo and behold, we decided, yep, this is where we want to be, and we bought ourselves a house. We've been working on that, getting some things settled in the way we like, but my office has been the last place to get the attention. So we'll do some work on that, and hopefully you'll see it all come together here over the next few videos. Why haven't there been a lot of videos? Well, yeah, I have been playing, but also been working. That's right. I have a real job, folks, and sometimes that takes quite a bit of work and energy, and you don't always have a lot of energy to go to the poker tables. A lot of you know what I'm talking about out there. That being said, we're still getting to the tables. We are still recording footage, and we're going to do our darndest to get some out to you. In this video, we're bringing you a session we played over at Red Rock Casino, and let's get right into it.
So I'll keep hustling, you keep struggling, bitch I'm humbling, keep mumbling, I'll keep doubling, you keep bluffing, you've got nothing, I'll keep hustling.
So this first hand, we don't have recorded. We're in the 3 seat. I typically like to be in the 2 or the 7 seat. Red Rock still plays 8-handed. Unfortunately though, in the 3 seat, when you're using the camera, all you get is just the very corner of the table, no other table action, so I just don't record when I get that seat, and we're hoping to make a move. I do have footage from later in the night when I have the exact same hand, Ace-Jack in the small blind. There's a couple limps to us. I make a raise up to $15. The button makes the call, everybody else folds, and the flop is Ace-Deuce-4. Easy board, a continuation bet. I'm not going to get a whole lot of information whether or not he has a strong ace, as playing 1-2 at the Red Rock, they could easily have called pre-flop with Ace-Queen or Ace-King. We're going to bet out anyway, and hope he either has an ace with a weaker kicker or no ace at all, and we'll just take the pot down now. I bet out $25, and he makes the call. The turn is a queen. I bet $60, and he makes the call once again. The river's a 5, so the queen on the turn, no longer worried that he has ace-queen. Ace-King's only hand really here that's going to probably beat me that he calls pre-flop with. Ace-Deuce, Ace-4, Ace-5, Ace-3 suited. I guess those are all possibilities, but I also feel maybe he would have raised at this point in time. It is one of the very first few hands at the table, so I think maybe he's just thinking I'm being aggressive here, betting it out, and he's in good shape. So I go all in. He has roughly 170, 175 behind, so I have him covered. He makes the call. Our Ace-Jack beats his Ace-10. Nearly a double up right from the get-go. Good start. He decides not to rebuy. He's done for the evening, which allows us to slide over a spot, get in the 2 seat, and now we can record for the rest of the session. Next hand here, we're orbit later. We're in the big blind. There's 3 limpers, and the small blind also makes the call. And we look down at Deuce-3 offsuit, the nut low. The best I can hope for out of this hand is to get the Ocean's 11 all red.
Fellas, all
Okay.
reds.
Yeah.
What up, dog?
All red.
I know.
But being as how that won't win me the hand, we go ahead and check our option here. And we see a flop of Ace-Deuce-3 with 2 diamonds. We're 4/5 of the way to all red, but again, that won't do me much good. But the 2 pair, kind of like that. The small blind is checked, and I go ahead and bet out $10 with the 3 players to act behind me. I still get 2 calls. The turn is a 2 of clubs. I decide we're going to go ahead and bet out here. There's a diamond draw out there, and it's possible someone has a high ace here. So we want them to come along, because the game so far has been somewhat passive, a lot of limping. This is what happens sometimes in this 1-2 game. I go ahead and bet out $25. Middle position player makes the call, and the river, 6 of hearts. So while our full house is pretty good, we did accomplish 5 cards, all red.
Yeah.
What up, dog?
All red.
That being the case, feeling good about it, and she's been interested in calling so far. See if I can get a little more out of her. We go ahead and bet out $60. Unfortunately, she folds. She flashes Ace-4. We pull in a good sized pot with a pretty dismal starting hand. This hand here, there's 1 limper, gets over to the cutoff, and he announces that he's going to raise. In fact, he says,
Bump it up well. Get to make a pot. Somebody's to win.
I'm on the button, and we look down at pocket 8s. Nice little hand, and we're in position. time to 3-bet, folks. We go ahead and make it $35.
There you go. 35. You took your lead. I was just joking.
Oh, I was just, trying to comply with what you were preaching over here. He ends up making the call, and we're heads up to a flop of Queen 3-9 with 2 hearts. He checks, and I bet out same bet, $35, and he pretty quickly makes the call. The turn is an 8, so we now got 3 to a straight out there, a couple hearts, could be on a draw as quickly as he called. We're gonna have to size up our betting just a little bit more. We got 140 in the pot, and there's some good draws out there. As I reach for chips, he says,
Be careful.
"No, that really never works, does it?" I don't know. I mean, I guess you can say in the comments below if that's ever worked. As for you, have you ever told anyone, "Be careful," and they've said, "Oh, okay," and they put their chips back down? I don't know. Anyway, no, I went ahead and picked up $80. We put it out there. He thinks for a little bit. He seems a little dismayed that his "be careful" did not work, and he ends up folding.
I got full cards to catch you.
He was just having a lot of fun, so he was a good guy, nothing bad there, good player. We were laughing quite a bit, so this is a good table. Very next hand, Under the Gun goes all in for $52. Folds over to me, and we look down at pocket queens. So we've upgraded our pocket pair, and we decide we want to go ahead and isolate, go against the all-in player here, and I make a raise up to $125. To which he says thank you, and the rest of the players do fold. I pull back the difference, go ahead and show my hand. The board comes out King 10, 7, 9, 3. He shows Ace of Hearts, doesn't show the other card, and we take down a decent pot. Hey, do me a favor, if you like what you're seeing so far, go ahead and hit that like button for me. Would really appreciate it. This guy did, and so did this guy. Heck, even this creepy guy did. Really helps out the channel. Thanks. Now we are under the gun, we look down at Ace 10 offsuit, and we raise it up to $10. The button, the small blind, the big blind all make the call, and we're off to a pretty good flop here of Ace Queen 7 Rainbow. Checks over to me, I put out a bet of $20, about half the pot. The button makes the raise to $45. I've only seen him raise one time tonight, and that hand ended up he had pocket kings. And we have a decent kicker here, but there's definitely a lot of hands that beat us that he could have, especially if he's raising. I just make the call, the turn is a 2. I check over to him, he bets out $80. And again, this guy's been pretty passive, so this is a pretty big bet here. He's telling me that he has pocket 7s, ace 7, maybe even ace queen, quite honestly. There's not a whole lot of 3 betting going on at this table, except for me and the players in seat 7 and seat 8. So besides the 3 of us, 3 bets are typically only happen if the players are holding pocket aces, to be quite honest. And so we go ahead and fold here, losing probably the minimum with a pair of aces and a decent kicker. This hand here, Under the Gun, has already made a raise up to $8. Under the Gun +1 makes the call, and Under the Gun 2 makes a min raise up to $16, leaving only $30 behind. We look down to Ace 9 of Hearts in the cutoff, and we decide we're just going to make the call here. The other 2 players call as well.
I don't know why it's coming out all loud and squeaky.
The other two players call as well, and we're off to a pretty decent flop with 2 aces and a 4. Now, while there's no hearts out there, kind of liking our hand right now. The action checks to me, and we go ahead and check back. I mean, we may have this board completely sewn up. If I bet out here, perhaps everybody folds. Let's let somebody have the opportunity to bet out. Go into a turn of an 8. Under the gun 1 bets $10. Under the gun plus 2 raises up to $40. All right, that's what we were kind of looking for. Now, they don't both have an ace here. Under the gun 2 more than likely is the one that's holding the other ace. Now it's just what is his kicker, and can we beat it? Can't beat ace, king, ace, queen. He doesn't have either of those hands. He definitely would have re-raised pre-flop. Ace-jack, ace-10, quite possibly. He played an ace-10 very similar earlier in the night. And ace-10 beats me. Can't beat ace-8 either, ace-4. So we got a few aces there we can beat. The other player is already folded, and we're just going to make the call here and get to the river. The river is a king. Not to worry that this has filled him up. He makes a bet of $55. Honestly, if I make a raise here, I'm only getting called by a full house or the ace-10, ace-jack hands. So we just make the call. Good call. He shows ace-deuce, and we take down a decent pot. This hand, we're on the button. We're straddling. The hijack has raised to $25. And I look down at pocket 4s. We just make the call here. Big blind calls as well, but not before saying,
Hey, George, he's done it again.
No, he did it this time.
seats 7, 8, and myself have been raising quite a bit here. And I guess he's a little verbally frustrated. And we're 3 ways to a flop, which, as I like to say, was pretty decent. 4, 5, 8. Both players check to me, and with a obvious straight draw, with any 6, 7 coming along there, a couple spades, we're going to go ahead and bet out here. There's a lot of draws. See if we can get rid of one of these players anyway. And I bet out $45. Well, the big blind doesn't think that's enough, and he goes all in for $180. I think he was getting a little frustrated. The hijack folds. Of course, I quickly make the call. He shows an 8 right away. I go ahead and show my pocket 4s. Turner's a deuce, river's a 6, no help, and he flips both his cards over. He had ace 8 of diamonds, and we take down a healthy pot.
Good hand.
Thanks, man.
Flop, two bets.
Yeah.
Where'd it go?
Good straddle.
Yeah, that's good.
Enjoy.
This hand, we're under the gun, we're holding ace-jack, and the straddle is on. We go ahead and raise up to $15. A pretty tight middle position player calls. The straddler, of course, is going to make the call, and the big blind makes the call as well. The flop comes out, jack, 6, 8 with 2 clubs. The big blind checks, comes to us, and we go ahead and bet out $40. The middle position tight player makes the call, and the button goes all in for $103. Big blind folds. I just make the call here. Middle position player makes the call as well. The turn is a 5 of clubs. Not the best turn. Completes the obvious flush draws. Completes 7, 9, and 4, 7. It checks through. The river bricks. It checks again. I show my ace-jack, and it wins. The person on the straddle that went all in for 103 shows a jack, mucks his other card, no idea what the middle position player had, and we take down another nice pot. And that ended the session, so this game was going to break, and I was getting ready to head out to dinner. So this is going to be my last hand of the night. Getting ready to leave and being up a little over $300. Well, that about wraps it up. Really want to thank you all for tuning in today and watching the video. Hey, please hit that like button and leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you and be able to get right back to you. I really love putting this content together for you guys, even though I'm not able to do it as much as I wish I really could. But we'll get around to doing that a little bit more. But again, thanks for hanging in there, checking out the channel, and as always, we'll see you at the tables.